The world's first Looney Tunes character, and it's not Bugs Bunny. Ask anyone who the first Looney Tunes character was, and they'll almost always say, Bugs Bunny. But here's the truth. Bugs wasn't first. In fact, he wouldn't appear until nearly a decade later. The real first Looney Tunes star is a name most people have never heard. A forgotten character who shaped the future of animation. This is the untold story of the world's first Looney Tunes character and why he disappeared. In the late 1920s, Warner Brothers was a rising force in Hollywood, thanks to its breakthrough with sound films. They saw the growing popularity of animated shorts, especially Disney's Steamboat. Willie. Warner wanted a cartoon series of its own, something musical, funny, and memorable. So in 1930, Warner Brothers launched a new series, Looney Tunes. But the star wasn't Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, or Porky Pig. The very first Looney Tunes character was a small, energetic, jazz-loving boy named Bosko. Bosko was created by animators Hugh Harman and Rudolph Ising. Designed as a cheerful, wide-eyed boy, Bosko could talk, sing, and dance. Unlike Mickey Mouse, who charmed audiences with innocence, Bosko had a mischievous, jazzy energy. He made his debut in Sinkin' in the Bathtub, 1930, the very first official Looney Tunes cartoon. The short featured Bosko, playing instruments, cracking jokes, and moving in sync with the soundtrack. This was revolutionary. Animation perfectly matched with music, long before today's music videos. For Warner Brothers, Bosko was the proof that Looney Tunes could compete with Disney. Bosko quickly became popular in the early 1930s. He starred in over 36 shorts and was even considered Warner's answer to Mickey Mouse. Audiences loved his playful personality and the way his world seemed alive with music. But there was a problem. Bosko's design reflected outdated stereotypes, and as times changed, his appeal faded. When Harman and Ising left Warner Brothers in 1933, they took Bosko with them. Without his creators, Bosko vanished, and Warner Brothers needed new stars. That's when Porky Pig appeared in 1935, followed by Daffy Duck in 1937, and finally, Bugs Bunny in 1940. By then, Bosko was all but forgotten. While Bosko faded into obscurity, Bugs Bunny rose to become the face of Looney Tunes. His quick wit, sharp comebacks, and timeless design turned him into a cultural icon. But it's important to remember, Bugs didn't appear out of nowhere. Bosko laid the foundation. Without Bosko, there might not have been Porky, Daffy, or Bugs. He was the experiment that proved Warner Brothers could rival Disney in the world of cartoons. Today, Bosko is rarely seen, except by hardcore animation fans. Most people don't even know he existed, yet his shorts survive, preserved in archives and old film reels. They may feel dated now, but in 1930, Bosko represented a bold new frontier. Synchronized sound, personality-driven animation, and a new era of cartoon storytelling. Bosko may not be remembered as fondly as Bugs Bunny, but he was the world's first Looney Tunes star. So the next time someone tells you Bugs Bunny was the first Looney Tunes character, you'll know the real story. It all started with a little jazz-loving boy named Bosko. If you enjoyed this forgotten chapter of animation history, subscribe to the world's first for more untold stories of pop culture, technology, and history. Because sometimes the very first isn't who you think.